Hey StarCraft fans, thanks for tuning in. Wookie here, and I want to show you a game I played against a guy named Shh. Be very quiet. I'm hunting Zergs. It's ElmerFudd, and he is the Zerg player here on xel'naga Caverns in the bottom left position. And this is a guy I met from my channel, commented on one of my videos. We found each other in game and decided to play a little bit. He was very kind and hooked me up with some games against him and some of his friends, and they are all much higher level than I am. And by much, I mean like masters in 2s and 3s and 4s and sometimes 1s. So if we check the APM tab already, you can see he can spam at 92 average and I can only spam at like 18 average. Did you see my current drop to 0 there? So yeah. But I gotta say, playing against very good players is a very good way to get a little better, because I went right out of these games with these master level players where I just got destroyed. Sorry if that's a little bit of a spoiler for this game. Here's a tip. I don't win this game, but it's fun to watch, I think. But I went to the ladder back down to the Silver League where people don't play like these guys did, and I won 3 or 4 games in a row. I think I won 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. Or maybe it was 6 out of 8 or something. I did pretty well on my next stretch, so that was good, and I'm sure all that has worn off by now. We can see already he is expanding and droning up, and something occurred to me while watching this replay, so I thought I would share it with you guys and kind of make the point. When you watch high-level games like the pro players, you see them do things like push out with that Stalker and that first Zealot, or they'll get the Stalker Zealot Sentry, which is what I did here. I tried to play super standard right here. I walled off, got my Zealot block on the spot, go into a Stalker, and then immediately right into a Sentry on the way to get that nice combination, then add my gates. So I'm doing that kind of thing. I snuck a pylon in down here, and you can see he's droning up and making spine crawlers, building queens, but he hasn't made any Zerglings. He doesn't have any Zerglings on the field, and it's because I haven't made him get any Zerglings. So he can sit by with this static defense, but if I maybe push out here, with some of these, take the towers, get some vision, control the map. You can see I don't do that. I do have this tower, but that's the only one. I'm trying to snipe his overlord there, which I do. Good for me. But if I had come down here and put a little bit of harassment on him, I might have been able to force him to build some Zerglings, which cuts into his drones. Every Zergling he has to build to hold off my pressure is one less drone he has to build, or gets to build. And so, is fewer drones, fewer minerals, fewer resources, makes my game a little easier later on, because Protoss are, of course, completely imbalanced late game. Once you get the death ball going, you are completely invulnerable to losing, depending on who you talk to. I don't believe that for a second, because I can lose with a 140 food army. I can do that. But maybe I'm just special. So you can see here I am messing up my ground units, and I'm pulling the starport trick, which really isn't a trick. You just get some phoenixes and go overlord sniping, which I figure against, because I saw this guy's profile before I played. I knew he was really good. I figured I would go snipe some of his overlords and maybe try to keep him supply blocked, which sounds good in theory, but by the time I've got 2 phoenixes out, he's already building roaches and has a huge economic lead on me. So now I'm searching my base. I'm just kind of, you can see I've got him on attack patterns to rim my base, looking for overlords. And then I go stretch out across the map. I widen this circle a little bit to see if I can go find some overlords to kill. But meanwhile, he's building up a pretty sizable roach army here, and I have not made him do anything else. I'm letting him do whatever he wants, because you can see I have no vision on the map. I've got this one tower, and I'm just now starting to take the initiative with these phoenixes, but the problem is those phoenixes are very micro intensive, and I have a whopping 32 average APM. You can see my opponent doing a lot more work than I am. So, you know, doing Phoenix harass might be a little bit out of my or above my capabilities, might be beyond my skill, my current skill ceiling might be tested by Phoenix Micro. But I do manage to get in there and see some things, and I think I actually, there we go. That's the good stuff. That's how you do it. That's downtown B-hatch. That's right. Don't get too far away from your hatchery, or the phoenixes will come get you. But you can see this micro-intensive play for me is making my money go way up, getting real close to the supply cap. I get in here and walk into 4 queens, and I don't know how to cancel a graviton beam, so I lose a phoenix. I almost lose a second one. Well, that's just lack of control. That's just me not really knowing how to do it, and then these queens are protecting these overlords pretty well. I almost lose another phoenix. And here come the queens, so I'm forced to run. Queens are still on my tail, forced to run. Lose another one. Come on, kill that one at least. No, a transfuse. Oh, stupid transfuse. So while I'm doing this, he decides, okay, screw that, I'll just send all my roaches up and go kill him. But I have a sizable force here at the top of the ramp, defender's advantage, and some sentries for force fields. So what I need to do is place a force field at the bottom of the ramp to block the vision on the roaches, bottom of the ramp to block the vision of the roaches. Oh, there we go. No, oh, total fail, because these roaches were already at the top of the ramp and they can shoot everything. There's another force field that's a little too little too late. Down goes the gateway, cybernetics core. Oh, look at all these guys shooting from low ground because I completely failed to get that force field down here. And it's because I was microing these Phoenix the whole time. If we were to go back and look at what these Phoenixes were doing while these roaches were storming up the map, I was moving them around. I was, you know, circling his main base. And I just didn't see the roaches coming, so by the time I knew I was under attack, they were already up the ramp. And that's just me being a newbie, not having enough vision out here, not watching the minimap close enough. Then you can see, because I was, you know, trying to save my base or whatever, I've got nothing going on here. Not that these guys can do a whole lot. I mean, they could lift, I could lift up 4 roaches, but that's going to do absolutely no good against what's going on here. So it was just a straight roach push from my opponent, ElmerFudd. He is, it's apparently Quotas season, and he's going to shoot him now. He's not going to wait till we get back home. He's going to shoot him now. So my Phoenixes finally come in and get, oh, I don't know, 2 more kills. But not a whole lot I can do here. So ElmerFudd was kind enough to invite me to a game, whoop my Quotas butt for me with a very solid, economically sound roach push. It was very cool, and I did get to play several games, like I said, with his high-ranking, high-league friends, and they all whooped my butt as well. I even got into a game lobby, and I swear LZ Gamer was in the lobby. Left, didn't hang out, but LZ Gamer was in the lobby. If that name doesn't sound familiar to you, he's a pro player. So Mr. Fudd was, I guess, helping him between matches or something. He was in a tournament and needed someone to practice with between his matches or whatever, and Mr. Fudd was helping him out. So I thought that was pretty cool, get in the lobby, and like, that name looks really familiar. It's a pro dude. That was my brush with fame there, briefly. Thank you, Mr. Fudd, for completely schooling me with those roaches. I appreciate it. The lesson of the day, kids, of course, is when you're playing the Zerg players, try to get out and disrupt their economy a little bit. I don't know if it would have done me a world of good in this case. He did a very, he had plenty of static defenses and went very queen heavy. Let's look at how many queens he had on the field. 7. And that's pretty solid. 7 queens can defend a couple of hatcheries pretty well with the transfuses on the spines and whatnot on each other. Very solid play, but I think early aggression is the way to at least try to throw them off their groove a little bit. Thanks for watching, kids, and if you get a chance, try to get in some games with some masters, because then when you get back to the ladder, the league you're in, the current low league you're in, seems a lot slower. Things happen slower, and it was pretty cool. I was able to get several wins in a row after that. But that's been me. I'm Wookie. I will talk to you later, guys.